Hello, estate builders. If last time we ended with a punch in the nose, today we start with total psychological terror. Chapter 39 opens the gates of hell. Literally. Look at Lloyd's face. While Diego Lacona is paralyzed with fear, Lloyd looks like he found a gold mine in the middle of the desert. The contrast is phenomenal. The victim is scarier than the aggressor. Lloyd doesn't sit around talking. He punches Diego in the mouth so hard it's heard all the way to the neighboring kingdom. Diego's on the ground, unconscious. But do you think Lloyd's going to let him go? No way. He picks him up by the collar like a sack of potatoes and give him another one, just to control him. His brother, Julian, is sitting in the back and going through every possible state. The man honestly believes that Lloyd has lost all trace of humanity. And who could blame him? Julian feels guilty that, for a second, he thought his brother had changed for the better. Meanwhile, the vice superintendent of the restaurant has already run away, probably to right his will. Here comes the brutal, yet educational part. Lloyd slams Diego against the wall and gives him a lesson in genetics. The splinter doesn't bounce far from the trunk, and your father is a shitlord. When Diego tries to defend his family's honor, Lloyd takes it to the next level. He asks him if it's right to beat up his classmates. And here comes Lloyd's philosophy. If no one's around to put your mind in my head, I'll do it. Next comes the legendary panel. Lloyd shows Diego the blood trail in the wall and tells him that it's gate 666 to hell, specially reserved for scum like him. Editor, put a red filter and a flame sound here because Lloyd is just demonic. Julian intervenes, crying, scared that Lloyd will kill Diego. He thinks about his future. If this guy dies, my life at the academy will be hell. Lloyd's response, if he's dead, he can't attack you anymore. Engineer logic. No problem is too big if you eliminate the source. But, just as Lloyd is preparing for the third round, the academy guards appear with spears at his throat. They shout about the Sacred Academy, and there's a commotion. Lloyd turns with a face that clearly says, do you want a piece too? Julian is convinced that Lloyd will beat them up too. And transformation. In a second, Lloyd becomes the most polite noble in the world. He introduces himself, bows, and drops the bait. I was only violent to protect Her Majesty's honor. How? Lloyd explains brilliantly. The Academy staff turned a blind eye to the abuse because Julian is poor. That means the Academy is corrupt, which is an insult to the Queen who funds it. When the head of the guards demands proof, Lloyd pulls out the nuclear, the royal seal. I'm a special guest of the Queen. The guards immediately fall to their knees. Lloyd leaves gloriously, but not before giving the administrator, I've got you covered look. That face is every bureaucrat's nightmare. Go outside, Julian explodes. He thinks Lloyd has ruined his academic life. But Lloyd has a bigger plan. He's getting Julian to do physical labor. Construction site muscles are the best, he says. Basically, he's sending him to a labor camp. We move the camera to the palace. Javier tries to convince Julian that Lloyd is a hero. Roads, mines, orcs, debts paid. Lloyd listens at the door and smiles until the two start to beat him up. Drunk hooligan, unintelligent, human scum. Lloyd's smile disappears faster than the money in the Baron's budget. What the ending leaves us speechless. Javier says clearly, it's impossible for him to change that much. I think he's just another person in disguise. Lloyd is distraught. Is his secret in danger? We'll find out next time. Lloyd was on the verge of being exposed by his closest ally. What do you think he'll do now? Will he bribe Javier, or will he have to be even more convincing? Leave a comment with gate 666 if you made it this far, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in Chapter 40.